Did you know that your behavior on social media could be being manipulated by psychological warfare techniques? What you're about to discover could forever change the way you view Instagram, TikTok, and even YouTube. The third mechanism is so obscure, so dangerous, that it has already been officially banned in some countries. And yet, it could be being used against you right now as you watch this video. Studies from Harvard University have shown that prolonged use of social media activates the same areas of the brain that are stimulated by highly addictive substances such as cocaine. Yes, that's right. Your brain responds to Instagram in the same way it would to a drug. This is not a conspiracy theory. It's happening to you right now. Today, you'll understand 3 of the darkest psychological mechanisms hidden in algorithms. The third is so dangerous that, after public complaints, it was banned in several contexts around the world. The first mechanism is called intermittent reward. According to researchers at Stanford University, rewards that appear unpredictably trigger more dopamine in the brain than predictable rewards. This means that if you get a like every time you post something, your brain gets used to it. But if the likes come randomly, some posts with lots of likes, some with few likes, some with explosive engagement, you become more addicted, more hooked. This unpredictable variation activates the same reward system that drives us to play slot machines in casinos. Yes, your feed is a slot machine. Companies like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok use this cycle intentionally. Frances Haugen, a former Facebook employee and public whistleblower, testified that the company's engineers were instructed to optimize the algorithm to increase screen time, even if it harmed users' mental health. Most people don't know they're already conditioned, like rats in an experiment reacting to stimuli they don't understand. The second mechanism is the normalization of extremism. A study by the NYU Center for Media Policy revealed that YouTube's algorithm, for example, tends to amplify extreme content. Little by little, without realizing it, you are guided towards more radical, more divisive opinions. It's like falling into an invisible spiral of thought. You start watching something neutral, and within a few clicks, you are seeing conspiratorial, violent, manipulative content. Real-world cases show that algorithms can steer users toward political, religious, or even behavioral extremism. Millions have already fallen into this trap. The question is, will you be different? But none of this compares to the third mechanism, the darkest of all, the manipulation of identity and self-image. The University of Michigan published a study showing that the constant use of filters, popularity metrics, and social comparison causes a severe decline in self-esteem and emotional well-being, especially among young people. Networks like TikTok and Instagram sell an ideal of life, beauty, and success that is almost impossible to achieve. You see perfect lives, unrealistic faces, bodies sculpted by filters, and you start to feel smaller, insufficient, imperfect. This feeling is not accidental, it is by design. And the impact is so severe that countries like India have banned platforms like TikTok because of the devastating effects it has on teenagers. This is self-image engineering. It is an attack on your identity. If you've ever compared yourself to someone on Instagram, if you've ever felt ugly when you saw a perfect influencer, or if you believe that your life is mediocre compared to the life you saw in stories, you've been manipulated, you've become the product, and even worse, you're paying with your mental health. These 3 mechanisms, intermittent reward, progressive extremism, and the destruction of self-image, are not abstract theories. They are scientifically proven realities. They are happening right now as you watch this video, as your friends scroll through their feeds, as your children learn to see themselves through a screen. Social media is not neutral, it has goals, and you are the target. Every second you spend online, you are being shaped. Now that you know this, you have a choice to make. You can ignore it and continue to be manipulated, or you can start to look at it with a critical eye. Everything that seems harmless, the likes, the reels, the stories, is part of a much more complex and dangerous machine than you imagine. If you already suspected all this, comment now, I knew it. But if this video opened your eyes to a truth that you had never realized, write in the comments, I was deceived. Because admitting it is the first step to getting out of this invisible matrix. And here's a warning. In the next video, I'm going to show you the techniques that the engineers of these platforms themselves use to avoid falling into the traps they themselves created. Secret techniques of mental resistance, digital self-control, and cognitive detox. Methods used by those who really understand how all this works and don't want to be a victim of it. So subscribe to the channel now Activate the bell, because in the next video, you will discover how to escape the manipulation that is controlling millions of people in the world, and perhaps regain control over your own mind. What comes next will shock you even more.